Hey everybody, welcome. We've got just about 5 minutes till we get started. So if you're here early, go ahead and just lay down. Lay down. Start to relax. Three minutes till we get started. If you're here early, just find a spot to lay down and start to come into your breath. Exciting news. One more minute till we get started. You guys don't have to have any props today. If you have props around and you'd like to use them, please, by all means, gather whatever makes you feel most comfortable for your practice. And let's go ahead and get started. Yay, it's 12:15. Welcome everybody. Thank y'all for coming today for a little mind-body connection. We're gonna do a little Pilates inspired yoga this afternoon. We're gonna get started just laying down on your mat or the floor or wherever you found space for yourself. Start by coming into Savasana. Ideally, your heels are close together, your toes fall open, your arms are close by your side with your palms facing up towards the ceiling. If your legs are super tight and your back is really tired, you might find that you have to even start right here with a bend in your knees, grounding your feet into the floor just to relax your lower back a little bit more. We're going to take a couple moments right here, just starting to come into your breath. Start to slow it down. If your eyes are open, find one spot on the ceiling above you to focus your eyes and relax your mind. Feel free right now to just close your eyes. Then slow down your breath. We're going to start off with some Pilates movements today. So Pilates breathing is more inhaling in through your nose and exhaling out through your mouth. I encourage you to just keep breathing. Do whatever feels most comfortable and natural for you. Start to scan your body from head to toe and just notice where you might be holding any tension, and start to send your exhales into the tense spots of your body. Actively slowing down your breath. Feel free to set an intention for today's practice. Maybe just something that you need to do for yourself. Maybe your intention is just feeling proud of yourself for doing the best that you can with the body you have today. Maybe you know someone out there who's not handling all of this so well, and your intention is to create and share some amazing energy. Just putting it out there in the world. Start to notice the sounds around you. As you quiet your breath, what's the furthest away sound that you can hear? Take notice of any tastes or smells. Just taking in your environment, relaxing, releasing. Last 2 breaths right here. Start to draw your belly button back towards your spine, finding some engagement of your abdominal core. Keep your lower back pressed out towards the mat. You can start with your arms relaxed down by your side. We're going to draw our legs up into tabletop. So here in tabletop, you might need to wiggle your hips a little bit right and left to really get that lower back in the mat. You're going to do your best, just like we've done in the past, to make sure that those knees stay stacked on top of your hips, so you're still getting some engagement of your abdomen. If that's a little bit too much or intense for you, feel free to make it easier on yourself by drawing your knees a little closer in towards your chest. The first exercise that we have for today is the hundreds. So you might want to start off with your head flat on the mat. For a slightly easier option, we're going to work with our breath here in the hundreds. It's about a 5-second count. While we're breathing, you're just going to stretch your fingertips down past your hips and pump those arms on the mat. Go ahead, get ready, start your pumping, get those legs in tabletop. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, keep this nice slow, steady pace. If you want to, you can always exhale. Lift and curl those shoulders off of the mat. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. You can work even harder here. Inhale by stretching those legs out, coming into a V, core contracted. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Last 3. Inhale, 2, 3. Stomach sucked in. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3. Last one. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, nice work. Awesome. Go ahead and release your head back down towards the mat. Take a moment, draw those knees in towards your chest. Give yourself some circles with your knees, giving yourself a nice massage of your lower back, your sacrum, first in one direction. And then go ahead, change the direction of those circles. Awesome. Next up, we're going to go for a single leg pull. So you're going to keep this right knee drawn in towards your chest as you extend your left leg out in front of you. Find some pointing of your toes. If you can, even a little outward rotation of the foot so that the inner sole of the foot faces the ceiling a little bit more. Gentle engagement of those thighs a little differently. And you want to work to bring that heel as close to the floor as you can without your lower back arching. So you might find you need to point that toe up towards the ceiling. A double pull. Pull for 2 and switch for 2. Use your breath. Now once again, you can keep your head flat on the mat, make it a little bit easier on yourself, or keep that stomach sucked in, just a gentle little curling. Switch for 2, switch for 2. Use your breath. 5 more each side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Relax yourself back down towards the mat. Once again, an option to give yourself that nice little massage of your lower back. Find both directions with your circles. And go ahead and release your feet down onto the floor. We're going to be kind to ourselves and go for a mermaid stretch instead of a traditional double leg stretch. So for your mermaid stretch, have your hands close by your thighs. You're going to inhale, trace up your thighs. Exhale, slowly lower yourself down. As you finish your exhale, your arms come up overhead. Inhaling. And exhale, arms come all the way out like you're making a snow angel as you come back down towards your thighs. Inhale up for 2. Exhale down for 2. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fingertips on the back of the floor as your arms come all the way around. Now feel free to go at your own pace here. You don't have to go quite as slow as I'm going. Maybe you even want to go a little bit slower. Make sure that you're still sucking that stomach in, contracting your core, keeping that lower back pressed down on the mat, lifting yourself up, getting those shoulders to lift as much as you can. Inhale those arms up overhead. Stretch your fingers. Exhale, wide out to the side, all the way around. 3 more times. Inhale, trace your legs, lower back in the mat, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Arms come overhead as you inhale, palms face each other, backs of fingers on the floor. Exhale, everything comes around. Last 2. Inhale up, trace those legs, find that lift, stomach sucked in. Exhale down, 1 vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms slowly, gently come up overhead, backs of fingers on the floor. Exhale all the way around. Here we go. Last 1. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, come around. Awesome. Let's take a moment in our first little yoga stretch of the day. So go ahead, bring the soles of your feet together. Allow those legs to fall out heavy towards the side. Just starting to bring a nice little stretch into those hip flexors with some reclined bound angle. We'll just take a nice little passive moment here. And then good news, bad news, we're going to be adding some more ab work into our reclined bound angle. So just take a moment right here, maybe even bringing your hands to your hip crease, like your hips are a cat, and you're just petting your hip crease just to bring some extra warmth there, just to encourage it to relax and release a little bit. Maybe your knees don't come quite as close towards the floor as mine, and that's okay. Remember, you can play around with the angle of where you have your feet. If you want to have them very close, you might feel it even more on the outside of your butt. The stretch, if you want to bring it a little bit further away, I feel like this, for me at least, sends the stretch a little bit more towards the bottom of my butt. Find what feels good for you. And just take 3 more super slow breaths right here. You're still working on elongating your inhales and your exhales. Ideally, there's still at least 5 counts. Awesome. Go ahead, bring your fingertips behind your head. Keep that chest nice and open, elbows out wide to the side. Exhale up for 2, inhale down for 2. Exhale up for 2, inhale down. Keep this up right here. Now you can keep your feet on the floor and keep working where we're at, or lift your heels up off the floor, work a little bit harder. I'm gonna put my feet back down on the floor because I tell you what, my hip flexors and my butt are so tired. And remember, every day is different and every day your body is different. So just do the best that you can for your body today. You're really focusing on keeping that stomach sucked in, contraction, engagement of that abdominal core, keeping a nice little C curve happening of your chin tucked towards your chest, lifting those shoulders off the mat. Final 5, up, down for 2. Inhale up for 2, down, last 3. Inhale up for 2, down for 2. Inhale up for 2. Final 1. Here we go. Up and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly lower yourself all the way down. Great work. Stretch those arms out into a T. Let's take a nice little spine twist right here. So lift that left leg up and bring your left leg over to meet with your right. Come back into your nice relaxed breath. Notice if coming into the spine twist and stretching your arms out to the side, if you started squeezing those shoulder blades together and bringing that tension back towards your chest, use your exhale, relax your shoulders back down towards the mat. Relax your left shoulder to the mat as much as you can, and even option to really turn your chin towards that left shoulder. Start to feel the stretch on the back of your neck. Feel free to close your eyes and just breathe into it. Two more breaths right here. Last one. On your exhale, send those knees up towards the ceiling. Deep inhale here at the center. Once again, moving on your exhale, allow your knees to fall over, heading to the left side of your body. Once again, scan yourself for tension, relax into the mat, into the floor as much as you can. Work to really get both shoulders down, getting a big stretch. And when you're ready, turning your chin towards that right shoulder. Keep scanning your body. Notice if you're bringing that, squeezing your tension back, and wherever you might be bringing it, sending your exhale to once again relax and release. A little yin and yang yoga today. Last 2 breaths right here. Enjoy your big inhale. And on your exhale, send those legs back up towards the ceiling. Next up, inhale, send your right leg up towards the ceiling. Make some circles with your ankle in one direction. You can bring your arms back down by your side. Change the direction of your ankle circles and go ahead, cross that right leg over your left thigh. Make sure there's still some room, that if you wanted to make some circles with your ankles, if things are still feeling pretty tight, you can. And then start to stretch that right knee away from you. Just like we did in reclined bound angle, you might even want to bring your hand to your right thigh to gently help to press away and increase the stretch. Make sure you're still contracting your core and keeping that lower back pressed into the mat. And depending on how tight your hip flexors are, this might be the perfect stretch for you. And you're welcome to stay right here. We're going to increase the stretch a little bit more. Feel free to come and try it. You can always come back to what felt good for you today. So take a deep inhale. And on your exhale, lift that left leg up off of the mat. As your left knee draws in towards your chest, continue to stretch that right knee away from you. Once again, option to place your hands on that right thigh to push it away. Or if you want, you can even reach up and interlace your fingers behind your left thigh, which will help you draw that left knee in even closer and bring even more of a delightful and deep stretch to the glute and hamstring insertion, the back of your leg, maybe even feeling it still on the outside of your thigh. Option to increase the stretch one more time. Take a deep inhale, send that left leg up towards the ceiling, start to flex those toes back towards your face. And once again, bring the focus to stretching your right knee away from you. If you interlace your hands behind your thigh, just release them, bring them back to the back of your head. I know you saw it coming. Exhale up for 2, inhale down. For 2, exhale up. For 2, inhale down. 4 more, exhale up. For 2, inhale down. For 2, exhale up. For 2, inhale down. Last 2, exhale up. For 2, inhale down. I'm a liar. There's going to be a twist. Up. For 2, now left elbow to right knee. You can extend your right arm out to the side to help you find this twist. Just 6, here's 5, crunch, slowly lower down. Exhale up, 4, slowly lower down. Exhale up, 3, really bring that elbow to your knee. Exhale up, 2, inhale down, last 1. Exhale up, crunch and hold for 5. 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower yourself down. Bend that left leg. Release the left foot back down towards the mat. Uncross your right leg over from your left and feel free to take a moment. Just windshield wipe your knees. Relieve any tension that might have built up in that lower back. Just relaxing that big deep stretch. We did it on the right side. You know we're going to do it on the left side as well. So come on back to flat on your mat. Ground that right foot into the floor. Take a deep inhale, send your left leg up towards the ceiling. Make some circles with your ankle, first in one direction. Go ahead, change the direction of your ankle circles. Cross your left leg over your right and start to find that stretch. Really actively stretching your left knee down in the direction of your right toes. Once again, options, maybe just pat your hip a little bit. Just warming things up can help to increase the stretch. Maybe pushing your left knee away from you, sucking that stomach in, regrounding your mid-lower back into your mat. Remember, you can stay right here. If you're ready to move on, take a deep inhale and lift that right foot up off of the floor. As your right knee comes towards your chest, you're still working to actively stretch that left leg away from you. Option right now to reach up and through, to thread the needle, and then relax your shoulders back down towards the mat. Make sure your chin is slightly tucked towards your chest and you're not looking towards the wall behind you. If you want to increase the stretch once more, send that right leg up towards the ceiling, or you can keep that knee bent. Just taking a couple breaths right here. Keep that right leg straight up towards the ceiling. If you brought it there, release the bind from behind your leg and bring your fingertips behind you. 6 crunches, here we go. Exhale up, nice and slow. Inhale down. Exhale up, inhale down. 4 more. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep that stomach sucked in, lower back pressed down. You've only got 2 more. You're worth it. Exhale up, inhale down. Last one, then our twist. Here we twist it out. So send that left arm out to the side if you want to help bring your right elbow to your knee. Really think about keeping your chest open as much as you can. So I'm not bringing my right elbow towards my knee. I'm really working to rotate my core. You've got it. 2 more. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower, get ready to hold. Exhale, crunch for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Way to go. Slowly lower yourself down. Bend that right foot back down towards the mat. Uncross your left leg. Feel free to relax your arms down by your side. Windshield wipe those knees. 1 more time. Yay, I think we've had lots of time here on our back. So we're going to do a couple roll-ups, and then we're going to come into a seated position. So go ahead, kick those legs out in front of you. You can open your feet as wide as feels comfortable for you, maybe mats width distance apart. I'm going to keep mine about hips width distance apart. And make sure that you press your heels into the floor to flex your toes back towards your face. The more that you flex your toes back towards your face and ground your heels, the easier it's going to be for them to stay down on the mat. Now, if your lower abs are very weak, you'll find this next move to be incredibly challenging. So if that's you, I encourage you to take a slight bend in your knees, which will still help you to ground your heels into the floor. Everyone else, we're going to bring those arms up overhead. Your biceps are gonna stay with your ears. Take a deep inhale as you slowly, gently begin to curl yourself up, stretching up, shoulders stacked on top of your hips, but a nice C curve of your spine as you're reaching in the direction of your toes. And then one vertebrae at a time. Exhale as you slowly lower yourself down. Arms come up overhead. Inhale to lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale as you lower. Exhale as arms come up overhead. 4 more. Inhale, stomach sucked in, back into the floor, lift.
Yes.
Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. Exhale, arms come up overhead. I'm not gonna lie, you guys, totally lost count there. Real life happening right here. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. Exhale, arms come up overhead. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lower. Oh, stomach sucked in, my abs are tired. And arms come up overhead. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Just hang out in your reach right here. Options even hinge from the hips. Reach even further. Try and reach past those toes. Feel free to even relax your hands down into the floor. You can even place your hands on your legs to make a nice little pillow with your head. Just taking a moment right here in a nice, deep, straight-legged caterpillar stretch. How much can you still flex those toes back towards your face? And notice if your shoulders came up to be earrings. So gently press your hands into the floor. Bring your chin slightly away from your chest to find a little bit more of a flat back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Gently walk those hands back in. And we're going to come into half dragonfly. So go ahead, kick that right leg out in front of you. Some nice big deep stretches. We're gonna have some more active stretching right here as well. You might find here in half dragonfly that you have to have your hands close by your hips behind you. If you're feeling a little bit more flexible, feel free to bring your hands in front of your left shin. Keep flexing those toes back towards your face to feel that deep stretch all along the back of your legs. Option to come down even deeper, just finding the stretch that feels good for you today. You don't have to have an active back here, so you can find that rounding. Just taking a moment to find what feels good for your upper body and focus on the stretch that's happening right now in your lower body. One more time, slow down that breath. Maybe every exhale, you sink a little bit deeper into the floor. Make sure that your sit bones are still staying grounded on whatever you're sitting on. So coming too far forward, if you notice your bum completely lift up off the mat, come back to where you still notice that your butt was still making contact with the floor. For 3, 2, 1. Gently lift yourself up. We're going to take a little spine twist right here in our half dragonfly. So bring your left hand to the base of your spine and take your right hand fingertips and bring them to the outside of your left knee. Press into the floor into your fingers to open your shoulders and chest, to pull those shoulders away from your ears, and use your exhale to gently turn and twist over that left shoulder. You're still really working to flex your right toes back towards your face. Elbows stretch down towards the floor and even towards the wall behind you. For 3, turn your chin. 2, 1. Slowly, gently release yourself back towards the front. We're going to come into deer pose here. So you're going to take your right leg, bend at the knee, and fold this right leg in as much as feels comfortable for you today. Just going to turn to the side so you can see some different options right here. So I admit, I'm pretty flexible. For me, it's really comfortable to get my heel all the way towards my bum, and then I can still get my right butt cheek pretty flat down towards the mat. You might find that you need to bring the inner sole of your foot down towards the floor, come into more of a 90-degree angle. A great option to even have your hands braced on the outside of your left thigh. because we're gonna take some movement right here. So I want you to press your fingertips into the floor, suck your stomach and find that nice active back. We're gonna lift that right foot off the floor, lift and lower. Lift and lower. So I'm really lifting from the outside of my knee. Feel it in my glutes for 10. Who I regret saying that. 9, 8, keep it up, you're worth it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep squeezing, 2, 1, nice work. Relax it back down. Take another moment right here in deep deer pose. Maybe bringing that heel back close towards your glutes. You can rest one hand on top of each thigh. Use your breath to exhale and work to bring that right butt cheek closer towards the mat. Take a rounding out of your chest right here. So stacking ears on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips. Sitting tall and proud for 3, 2, 1. Feel free to lean back towards the left. Next up, we're going to come into we're going to come into cow face. Oh my gosh, you guys. So stretching that right leg all the way out towards the right. I like to draw it as far in front and across my body as I can, such that when I sit my right butt cheek back down, my knees are already starting to cross. You can take your left hand and pull that left foot back in closer. I like to place my fingers on the floor and just re-establish my glutes on the floor. From there, you can pull your knees in even closer and know that if you're feeling pretty tight, that your cow face might look nothing like mine. You're just doing some sort of a job to cross those legs. Whichever leg you have on top, send that same arm up towards the ceiling, bend at the elbow, opposite hand reaches behind you, and you're just doing your best that you can with your body today to try and get those fingers to touch. And maybe some days they touch and some days they don't. Really work to get that right butt cheek back down towards the mat, suck your stomach in again, and you can stay lifted right here. But if you want more of a stretch in those legs, you can begin to hinge forward, bringing your belly back towards your thighs. Slow down your breath. 2 more slow breaths right here. On your next exhale, sit yourself back up. Release your cow face arms, and we're going to come into double pigeon / fire log. So I'm wiggling my left foot forward. You're gonna take your right leg on top and you're just gonna draw it over. Make sure there's still some room on the outside for your ankles to be visible, and I'm flexing my toes back in towards each other. Now, once again, just depending on how tight your hips are, you might find that your double pigeon has your knee pointing all the way up towards the ceiling, or if your hip flexor is pretty open, you might really be able to stack one leg on top of the other like fire logs. All right, feel free to place those hands close by your hips, or once again, you have that option to hinge forward to increase the stretch even more, just finding what feels good for your body today and doing whatever it is that you can do. And if you're getting into these postures and you're like, what in the world, I can't do any of that, let's set up a Zoom session. Reach out. Coming back into your nice relaxed breath for 3, 2, 1. Walk your hands back if you walk them out. Go ahead, uncross your legs. Kick both legs out in front of you. Take a moment, bob your knees up and down, windshield wipe your feet. Completely relax. Let's take another moment right here in staff pose, similar to caterpillar, which we were in a couple minutes ago. So your feet are side by side. Flex those toes back towards your face. Fingertips or maybe the palms of your hands or by your hips. Pull those shoulders down away from your ears. Take a moment, finding some length through the crown of your head to the ceiling above you. Exhaling those shoulders down away from your ears. 2 more relaxed breaths right here. Last deep inhale. And exhale. And then open that left leg out nice and wide. We're gonna get our half dragonfly on the opposite side. Yay, so bringing your right heel in close towards the center line of your body. No worries. Props to everyone who's working, you guys. All right, so once again, you can have your hands by your hips. Start flexing the left toes back towards your face. Big stretch happening on the inside and even underneath of your leg behind the thigh. Oh man, what they must think about me here at this apartment complex that I just moved into. All right, option 2, walk your hands out in front of you and come a little bit deeper. Whatever you do, keep focusing on flexing those left toes back towards your face. Feel free to be as passive here in your back as feels good, but really working to keep that left butt cheek, left glute down on the mat. Just a couple more relaxed breaths right here. And on your next exhale, begin to walk your hands back in towards the center. We're going to take that same spine twist we took on the opposite side. So this time, right hand comes close by the base of your spine. Lift up your left hand, bring it to the outside of your right knee. Find a little stability first. Press into those fingers, pull your belly in tight. Start to relax your shoulders away from your ears. Once you've found your lifted length, then use your breath to exhale and turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Every exhale, elbows stretch down towards the floor, even the wall behind you in the direction of your left leg. Keep grounding both of those sit bones into the floor. Flex those toes back to your face for 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Take your time, slowly, gently come forward. Now we're going to bend this left knee. You can bring your hands to the outside of your right as we come back into our deer pose. So just folding that left heel in as close towards your glute as feels comfortable for you. Or remember, you can keep it out nice and wide, like a 90-degree angle, and have the inner sole of your foot facing down towards the floor. Find what works for you today. Bring your hands to brace around your right thigh. And get ready to squeeze your glute and lift that knee. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 10 more. 10. Use your breath. Exhale to lift. 8, you're worth it. 7, keep that chest up. 6, suck your stomach in. 5, couple more. 4, 3, nice and slow. 2, 1, relax it back down. Shift more weight into that left butt cheek. Place one hand on each of your thighs. I'm sure you noticed that one side of deer pose was much easier for you to get into than the other. Find a little extra lift with that chest. Once more, stretching the crown of your head up towards the ceiling, relaxing your shoulders away from your ears, and on every exhale, bring in a little bit more weight towards that left side. Last big breath right here before we're going to come into our calf face. So once again, option to shift your hands to the right, send that left leg out, point your toe, drag it all the way around and across as far over your mat as you can, and then just sit your butt cheek down. As you sit your butt cheeks down, you have 2 knees that are somewhat stacked on top of each other. Feel free to use your hands on the floor to readjust your hips. So once you've found yourself there, you can either wiggle your feet back in or use your hands to pull yourself back in, and use your breath to exhale back down onto that left butt cheek. Shoulders pull away from your ears, stomach sucked in. Find that length from the crown of your head and whichever leg is on top. Inhale that same arm up overhead. Bend at the elbow, start to walk your fingertips down your back, reach the opposite hand behind you, and wiggle those fingertips up. It's very normal for people to be able to get one side together and not the other. If your hands are really far apart, this is a great opportunity to use a towel or a strap or a t-shirt or like anything that you have to work towards bringing those hands further together to help to find some opening of the shoulders. Remember, you can hinge forward right here if you're looking for more of a stretch in those legs as well. If you find your fingers are super far apart from each other and you want to work on that, you know I'm going to tell you to send us an email. Let's set up a Zoom session and do some one-on-one work. Take one more nice deep inhale. And then on your exhale, lift yourself up, release your hands if they were bound, relax them down. Find some stability on the floor, maybe wiggle that right foot forward to get your two shins as best as you can in line with each other as you draw your left leg out on top of the right now for fire logs once again. So make sure there's some room such that you can wiggle your ankles in both directions, and then just exhale to set that left knee down. Once again, you have that option to fold forward. The more that you fold forward, wow, the more do you feel it on the outside of those glutes. Just a couple more moments with your breath right here. Last 2 slow breaths. Nice work. Walk your hands back towards the center of your body. If you walked them out, you can bring them by your hips as you kick those legs in front of you. Windshield wipe, bob your knees. Let's go for full dragonfly, and then we'll get a little bit of back stretching. Another spine twist and a nice long savasana. All right, so kick those legs out as wide as feels comfortable for you today, and feel free to even use your hands to help walk yourself forward. Once again, flexing those toes back towards your face. Start by finding your lifted length. So think of your pelvis right here like a bowl, and notice if you're really hinging forward a lot. You might need to bring your hands by your hips, sucking that stomach in, pulling those shoulders away from your ears, your chest is open, your back is engaged. Flex those toes to your face. We're gonna get a nice total body stretch right here. So walk your right hand fingertips closer towards your right big toe. And maybe you can grab your toe and maybe it feels a million miles away. You can always just place your hand on your shin. For an even deeper stretch, if you can grab your toe, I want you to bring your right elbow to the inside of your right knee and send that left arm up towards the ceiling. Don't come so deep that you notice that your left butt cheek comes off of the mat. So if you need to have a straight arm or you're just reaching in the direction of those toes, that's okay. I just want to make sure that there's an option for everyone here. You're working towards the idea of stacking one shoulder on top of each other, really finding as much lifted length as you can. A big deep stretch on the back of your right leg. I feel it in my left hip crease, and all from my left hip crease up through my left shoulder. Take a deep inhale, and on your exhale, rain that left hand down to meet with your right. I'm crossing at my wrist. My left hand is on the outside of my right shin or ankle. My right hand is on the inside. For 3, 2, 1. Lift that left arm up. Lift yourself up. And go ahead and reach for that left hand toe. Left hand toe. So funny. All right, grab whatever you can. If you can bend that elbow and bring your elbow to the inside of your thigh. Awesome. Right by that knee, work to stack one shoulder on top of the other, or just finding that big lifted length, just stretching up towards the ceiling the best you can. Keeping both sit bones grounded on the floor, working to still flex both toes back towards your face. Stretch up, take one more nice deep inhale, and on your exhale, lift yourself up. Bring your hands in front of you, walk yourself forward one more time. Option to press your hands into the floor and tuck your chin towards your chest to find that nice, really big, deep stretch of your mid-lower back, or even coming forward with a nice active back. Keep breathing it out, you guys. For 3, 2, 1. Gently go ahead and walk your hands back in. Here's my favorite part. Just bobbing those feet back in together. Ooh, ooh. Okay, once you found yourself there, gently lower yourself back down, one vertebrae at a time. We're going to take a final spinal twist. So go ahead, send your arms out wide in a T. We're going to bend that right leg up. Keep your left leg straight. You might need to adjust your hips, maybe shifting a little bit towards that left glute as we drop your right leg over the left side of your body. We're coming into this spine twist with a straight lower leg and a bent upper knee, and the more that you bring that knee up towards your left hand palm, your elbow, the deeper you're really going to feel that twist in your back. You can relax your foot on the floor, you can relax your foot on your thigh. Just take a couple moments and breathe into this stretch. The best that you can as you're starting to feel relaxed, turn your chin towards your right shoulder. Last deep breath right here. And on your exhale, roll back onto your back. Extend your right leg out to meet your left. Bend your left leg, sole of the left foot on the floor. Readjust your hips as you need to. Coming onto the outside of the right hip as you drop your left knee over towards the side. Finding the stretch that feels best for you today. Maybe you can keep both shoulders on the mat, and maybe you can't. It's totally okay, as long as you're feeling good. Slow down your breath once more. Turning your chin to your left shoulder this time. See if you can bring a smile to your face. Take one more deep inhale. And on your exhale, roll yourself back onto the mat. Kick your legs out in front of you. Feel free to keep your legs open as wide as you want, your arms open as wide as you want. As we take 2 minutes right here in our final Savasana. Savasana is also a posture. So bring to it the same focus that you've brought to the rest of the class. The same stillness, the same breath. Every time that you move something that doesn't have to move, you're coming out of the posture. So try not to adjust your clothes or fix your hair. You'll have plenty of time to do that in a little bit. Take this time to continue to focus on your breath, on yourself, on relaxing even when you might feel a little tense. Start to scan your body and notice where you might still be holding any tension. Really send your breath into those tense spots, relaxing your eyes and your eyebrows, your chest and your shoulder, your belly, your back, your butt, your legs. Beautiful stillness, everyone. Take a little wiggle of your fingers and your toes. Bring that blood flow back to your extremities. An option to either roll over onto the side and press yourself up to a seated position, or draw your knees in towards your chest and rock yourself up like a ball. So we can all finish together sharing some beautiful energy. Take a moment right now to bring your hands palms to the center of your chest with your thumbs touching on your sternum. And tuck your chin to your chest as you truly honor yourself. I'm so thankful for everyone who is just taking this time for yourself, for your mental health, for your physical practice. Sometimes the hardest thing can be telling yourself that it is okay to do you, but doing you will help you do everything better. You can't pour from an empty cup. So thank you so much for coming and filling your cup with me, for sharing your energy, not just with me, but with everyone else. I can't wait to see you guys all again soon. Namaste.